We are joined here by head volleyball coach Craig Case. Coach, congratulations, picking up another sweep here tonight. A couple victories here to end the season against Texas Women's. Things got a little crazy there in the third set. Have you ever had anything like that happen before?
I don't know. Maybe I can't. As I get old, I forget those kind of things. And if there were some plays down the stretch, I better try to forget before I leave the field house. But yeah, it got real crazy there, and that's to be expected, right? When you've got two really good teams fighting hard at the end of the year to be able to, for TWU, they're fighting to keep playing, and we're fighting to keep getting better. When you got two good teams that are fighting as hard as both teams were, things are going to get pretty crazy, and that's when you really want to make sure you got good competitive volleyball players who know what to do in certain situations. And I was real proud of how our team played down there, because what people probably don't realize is how much coaching we do from the sideline. Mm-hmm. And now we're covered up and we're not able to do it real easily because they can't hear you. And if you yell loud enough to be heard, well, the other team hears you too. So I thought our players did a lot of really good adjustments within themselves and not really relying on coaching. And I think that was a really good sign tonight.
4-game winning streak to end the regular season. You're peaking at the right time, and a couple wins against DBU, a couple wins here against Texas Women's to finish the year. What was kind of your message going into these last couple games against a TWU team who had beaten you earlier in the season?
Well, honestly, it was the same thing we've been talking about all year. And, I thought early on, if you go back and you look at how many close sets we lost early, some of those were, we were up 1-0, and we were up in the second set, and we lost the second set. So instead of being up 2-0, we're up 1-1, or we're tied 1-1, and this team didn't respond great in those situations. And so I think a lot of the, I think the players have really driven everything and have helped us get them to where we're trying to get them to be. And that's one of those things I'm really proud of too, because it's not like we're in the gym as coaches doing all this crazy stuff and sprinkling magic dust on people. I mean, they're putting in the work, and they're telling us what they think they need to be working on, and they're telling us, like, hey, this isn't working for me, what should I be doing differently? And so it has been a lot of fun the last couple of weeks of coaching, because that's why we coach, right, is to help these players become the best that they can be. And we've been able to do that these last couple of weeks, and it's been working. And early on, it just wasn't clicking, right?
Yes, sir.
And so now I'm glad that those things are starting to work. But the messages really haven't been all that different from the beginning of the year.
6-6 to finish the year, getting back to 500. It's a strange time of year to be playing volleyball, but it's March. Anything can happen. March Madness for you guys heading into the Lone Star Conference tournament. Of course, anything can happen in conference play. You ran the dice a few years ago in Stephenville. Yeah. And what's going to be your motto, your message going into this year's tournament?
Well, the first thing, we don't know anything about these other teams, because normally you play them at least once, right? And we played 3 teams 4 times, so we know a lot about TWU, and we know a lot about DBU, we know a lot about UT Tyler. I don't know anything about any of those. I don't know anything. So we got to get in and we got to watch some film and try to figure out, how do we match up with them in certain areas and where do we have some mismatches. But, right now we're just going to, next day or two, we're going to celebrate, the end of the regular season we had, because, I think everybody in that locker room is real proud and everybody worked real hard to get there. So come Friday or Saturday, we'll start thinking about whoever we're going to play in the conference tournament.
Really clean a couple games to end the regular season. Lions pick up a couple sweeps against TWU. Coach Case, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Appreciate it, sir.
All right, have a good one.